Arabic webinars. This lesson is about gemination, known in Arabic as the shaddah. Objectives. We will learn what gemination is in English, so we're going to look at this concept in the English language first, so we've got a good reference point. We will then learn how it's represented in the Arabic script, and then we'll look at the actual pronunciation of gemination in Arabic. So gemination in English then. The actual definition: gemination happens when a spoken consonant is pronounced for a longer period of time. In English, this only normally happens across words. So just to explain that, we'll do three simple examples. So what we're talking about is a certain letter, what they normally call consonants, which is held for a slightly longer period of time. And in English, this normally happens where you have the same sound at the end of one word and the beginning of the next word. And it's when you say both words quite quickly. So the first one here, if we say calm man, the calm man, the two M's sort of merge together and you end up holding the two M's for a little bit longer, and effectively you're not taking a pause between the two letters. The second one is black coat. So the same thing's happening there, slight pause actually between the K and the C, but generally we're going directly into the sound of the K, into the sound of the C. And probably the best example is number 3. So if you say this site, so we say this site, so the S, effectively you're holding the S at the end of the word this, and you're finishing off the sound of the S in the next word, which is sight. So this is called gemination. It's effectively the merging of two sounds into one sound, and you sort of hold it for a little bit longer. In Arabic, the gemination can happen in words and across words. So in English you normally get it across words. In Arabic you will get it a lot within one word, and you'll get it across other words as well. And then, although when done across words it is usually known as assimilation or idgham. So that's a note really for further on. When we get to the Tajweed stage, there's going to be lessons on this term called idgham, which is assimilations. However, when you do the assimilations, the shaddah is usually employed. In Arabic, the shaddah symbol is used to indicate gemination. And here we have two letters, the noon and the meme. Both of them, just above them, you see the little sort of W, and that in Arabic is known as the shaddah. And the shaddah in Arabic is indicating that gemination is going to be taking place. Now we're going to look at the letters with shaddah and how they work with short vowels. First thing to note, any letter which has the shaddah symbol on it will be known as mushaddad. So here we have a noon with shaddah, so you can actually call this the noon mushaddad. So by saying that, we know that the noon is carrying a shaddah. Letters with the shaddah will carry the fatha, kasra or dhamma, and this first example is taken from the Majidi script. So we're going to see how these short vowels are written when shaddah is also involved. How you pronounce these will be done later. So we've got the noon with shaddah, and above the shaddah is the fatha. The second example, we have the noon with shaddah, and underneath the letter is a kasra. And the last one is a noon with shaddah with a dhamma. So in the Majidi script, the fatha is written above the letter and above the shaddah. The kasra is written below the letter and the shaddah is on top of the letter. So completely the kasra is completely underneath the letter. And the third one, the dhamma, is sitting again above the shaddah itself. Now let's compare that to the Uthmani script. So in the Uthmani script, the noon shaddah fatha is exactly the same. The noon shaddah dhamma is exactly the same. However, we have a difference in the way the kasra version is written. So we have noon with a shaddah and a kasra under the shaddah. So this is slightly tricky. Some people get confused on this. The kasra is written above the letter, but because it's actually under the shaddah, we know it's actually representing a kasra. So in both the top and bottom, i.e. the Majidi and the Uthmani script, the kasra, as long as it's underneath the shaddah, it will be a kasra, regardless of whether it's actually below the letter or above the letter. So you look at its position in regards to the shaddah, not the actual letter. Okay, so now we're going to look at how the shaddah is pronounced and how it actually breaks down. So we've got the noon mushaddad with fatha, kasra, dhamma. Let's break down the first one. So the noon with shadda and fatha. Now essentially the simplest thing to do, or the way to imagine this, is the noon with a shadda breaks down into two letters. It's effectively doubling up, just like we saw in English, where you get the two letters, one next to each other at the end of a word, beginning of a word. In Arabic, as soon as you put the shadda, you are saying that the letter itself is doubled up. Now when you double it up, you just break it down into one of the letters, i.e. in this case if it's noon, you write one noon with a sukoon. And again here we've drawn the sukoon as the computer font, round circle. So we have one noon with sukoon, so a noon sakin, plus you do another noon with whatever the short vowel is on the original shadda. So in our case it's fatha. Another example, the second one, the noon mushaddad with kasra. Same thing again, break it down into two noons. First noon is always sakin, second noon carries the short vowel of whatever is on the shadda. So in this case it's the kasra. And the last example, same thing again, write two noons. First one will always be sakin, second one always carries the short vowel that is on the shadda itself. Okay, so that's an example, and this would work the same with any letter, i.e. if you have meme, it breaks down into two memes. If you have two dals, it'll break down in, sorry, if you have a dal with shadda, it'll break down into two dals. So the pronunciation then of the actual shadda. So we're going to start with some small examples. The first one here then, we have the hamza sitting underneath an alif with kasra, and then we have the